Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, as you guys can see by that title, this is going to be a straight up opinion video. This is no news. This is just my opinion, and I can almost guarantee you it is an unpopular one. But as you guys can see by that title, it's titled. We'll go with, let's see. For now, we'll go 3 reasons why Tyson Fury will defeat Deontay Wilder on December the 1st in LA at the Staples Center. Now, this is a big fight for the heavyweight division. To me, this is like one of the biggest matchups that could have been made. Obviously, it's a little earlier than we thought in the career of Tyson Fury and the comeback of Tyson Fury. I expected him at least to have at least 2 to 4 more tune-up fights before he got into a fight of this magnitude. But he's showing massive balls by going to fight Deontay Wilder. Whether it's wise or not, we'll find out on December the 1st. But I've always thought, and it's just me, I've always thought that Tyson Fury, and I've always said this too when he wasn't boxing, I said if he's even 50% or 75% of who he was when he fought Klitschko, that he's the best heavyweight in the world. Yeah, and I believe that because you can't simulate what he does in the ring. You just can't. So we'll start off with reason number 1 why I think he's going to defeat Deontay Wilder. Let's just knock the obvious out the way. He's a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. I mean, Tyson Fury, in terms of defensively, punch selection, footwork, positioning, all that stuff, timing, he is better than Deontay Wilder. He ticks all those boxes, okay? Better than Deontay Wilder. And I know the argument could be made because the argument's been made by plenty of people saying that, like, well, everybody's a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. He just lands the right shot. And you got a point. But the difference between Tyson Fury and other fighters is, and this is also going to lead me into my second reason why he's going to defeat Deontay Wilder, is that Wilder, when he fights, he's going to have to punch down. And when you punch down, it's easier to generate more power as opposed to punching up. And this was the same case when Klitschko fought Fury. Klitschko was used to fighting guys who have been smaller than him because there really aren't many guys that are taller than him in the division. So he got used to fighting the Pulevs, the Alex Leopods of the world, and you get used to punching down or at eye level. But it's seldom that a guy like Wilder will have to punch up. When you punch up and you got to reach, it's a lot harder. It just is. So I think that's going to be something. There's going to be a massive adjustment period that's going to happen in that fight. And during that adjustment period, I think that's where Fury is going to put rounds to the bank. He's going to gain confidence, and he will be able to dictate the fight. So, yeah, reason number 2 why Fury will beat Deontay Wilder is he is a taller, mobile heavyweight. Emmanuel Stewart years ago, and God bless Emmanuel Stewart. This is a guy that I wish I could have met because I know so many. I've had the privilege to get to know so many trainers in the boxing world that knew this man, but I wish I could have met the man for myself. So like shout out to Stacey McKinley and Jesse Robinson over here in South Florida. But like Emmanuel Stewart, you can go on YouTube right now. He always said that Tyson Fury has a sort of toughness to him inside of himself that can make him and that will make him the dominant champion in boxing. He's also said positive things about Wilder, but he really was high on Tyson Fury. He was high on it years and years and years before the Klitschko fight ever happened, and you saw why in that interview why this man produced so many world champions because he was that great of a trainer. And I believe a lot of those things in that interview that he said about Tyson Fury still be true. I still think that Tyson Fury has a special kind of toughness inside of him that you just can't teach, and that's why he's been able to overcome the mental illnesses he's dealt with, the drug addiction, the cocaine addictions, and the depression he's gone through in his life, to even get himself to this point. And he's living he seems to be happy. You don't really know, but he seems to be happy. He seems to be in a better place now. And boxing is up here as much as it is here. More here than it is here. And I think that's going to be a big role, is that toughness. I think that when the going gets tough in that ring, Tyson Fury will be able to grind out any rounds against Wilder because he's already beaten his biggest opponent, which is drug addiction and just all that stuff. So that's number 2. Number 3, reason why Tyson Fury is going to defeat Deontay Wilder is simply because Deontay Wilder has never been on the big stage like this before. And you're probably saying, well, Brennan, what do you mean by a big stage? What do you mean? What I mean is, like, Wilder has obviously headline shows. He's been, at the Barclays Center, things like that. But he's never been like. First of all, he's never fought in LA, so this is his first fight in LA. So he's going somewhere completely different. He's fighting at the Staples Center. It's a pay-per-view fight. There's more media obligations. There is a lot more pressure on Wilder to deliver. The pressure is squarely on him in this fight, and nobody's picking Fury to win this fight. But I'm telling you right now, Fury has, and will always be, as long as he can move and throw his jab with any sort of success, he will always be a matchup nightmare for any heavyweight in the division, because you cannot simulate what he does in sparring, much like you can't simulate what Wilder does in a way. But you can simulate more of what Wilder does than you can what Fury does, because there's more hard punchers out there in the world of boxing and heavyweight division than there are 6'9", mobile, agile heavyweights. Okay, Tyson Fury is in a cloth of his own, and I think on this night we're gonna realize how special of a fighter even more he is. That he could come, lose a couple prime years of his career, struggle with drug and alcohol addiction, and still go in there after a couple tune-up fights and outbox one of the best heavyweights in the world. I think he's that good. It has nothing to do with Wilder. It has everything to do with Fury, why I think he's doing this fight. And I guess if I had to give you a bonus reason as to why I think Fury will defeat Deontay Wilder, is that Deontay Wilder, we've seen this in other fights. We've seen this, okay, so I'll give you an example. The Archer Spilka fight, right? Archer Spilka was significantly shorter and didn't have the adequate reach or skill in terms of positioning to land jabs or counter enough on Wilder. But Wilder presents you opportunities to get counter because he swings wild, and he's not the most fundamentally sound guy in the world. He's polished up a little bit as the years have won on. He's polished up a little bit on a 5-by-5 basis. So we'll give him a little credit. He straightened up his punches. He's polished up a little bit, but he hasn't polished up enough to the point where a guy at the skill level of Tyson Fury can't take advantage of it. And I just think, there's going to be it's going to be a field day for Tyson Fury, because Wilder is going to give him so many opportunities to open up and just counter him. And I think he'll be successful. And believe it or not, I see if he doesn't outpoint Wilder, because my prediction is that he is going to outpoint Wilder. If he doesn't outpoint Wilder, then the only way else I see this fight ending is with a mature 7 to 8 round performance from Tyson Fury, where he's outboxing Wilder. Maybe he's gotten hurt once or twice, but he's weathered the storm. That's kind of demoralized Wilder, and I see him catching Wilder with something really, really hard. He's not known as a hard puncher, but he's not a soft puncher. Okay, 6'9", he's a big guy, knows how to punch properly. The guy can inflict damage on people. He just doesn't get the reputation as a puncher because that's not really what he is. He's more of a boxer than he's a puncher, but he can hurt you as a puncher. So I think people will be well aware, and they'll see that Fury is no joke. He's nothing to mess with. And I think it's going to be a great night for boxing, a great night of boxing, regardless of how the fight ends, and if I'm wrong or if I'm right. I just think it's great that Tyson Fury's getting back in the ring and that he's overcome his adversities in life, and he's got something to fight for. He really believes in what he's saying. He believes in what he's talking, and he believes he's really still the real heavyweight champion of the world. So I'm looking forward to this fight. When they were talking in their little face-to-face, got me hyped, and I can't wait. And just so you guys know, for those of you who may ask me, I haven't done a live fight reaction in a while, but you can bet your ass on December the 1st, as long as I'm not working, which I have to check. It's a Saturday, so as long as I'm not working that day, and I might request it off. As long as I'm not working that day, I will be here in front of this computer, and I will be live for that fight, because that's a fight that you need to be live for. So, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, three reasons and a bonus why Tyson Fury will defeat Deontay Wilder. We'll go through them again. He's a better boxer. I don't remember. What did I say? He's a better boxer. He's a better boxer. I don't even remember. But you guys saw the video. I don't even recap it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single video. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding. Dang it. So until next time, take care, guys.